Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're back at Mt Broughton Golf Course and we're playing the front nine. We open up with the short dogleg right par 4. I was informed by the staff member in the pro shop that I was safe to hit a driver off the tee. So I took driver and aimed a little bit left of the trees. I thought I hit a pretty decent drive, but as it turns out, I drove it through the fairway and the rough and I landed in the hazard, so I had to take a drop and I'm playing free now. I hit a really good 8 iron, goes a bit right of my target, but it lands on the hill and feeds all the way down to a couple of feet from the pin. So I'm pretty happy with the short putt to save par, considering I took a drop. But I just miss and we take a bogey. The par 3 second is playing 146 metres today from the social tees. There are a few bunkers surrounding the green, and there is also a water hazard just short. Again, I take an 8 iron. I hook it left, but it gets a lucky bounce off the trees and stays in play. Now with a short distance to the pin, I take a lob wedge. And I hit it terrible. And I end up about 10 metres right of my target. But we are on the green, and we do have an opportunity for par. I get the pace right here, but not the line, and we send it a bit too far right. Now a similar short putt to what we had on the first hole. And I get the same result. I think I'm pushing these short putts. So we open up with bogey, followed by a double bogey. Hopefully it can only get better from here. We move on to a short dogleg left par 5, measuring in at 377 metres. And I hit a really good drive with a slight draw. With 127 metres to go, I grab my pitching wedge and take dead aim at the pin. I make good contact, it heads over the trees, but just goes a little bit too far left. And here we have our first eagle opportunity on the channel. Not a bad putt, but you got to give it some if you want a chance of making eagle. That's now 3 holes where we've had 3 short putts, and I couldn't manage to knock them in. It's cost me 3 shots on 3 holes. Now we're on to the second par 3 of the day. At 161 metres, I take a 7 iron. I catch this one a little thin, but it's on line and just bounces over the back of the green. I'm in the rough here, take a pitching wedge and try and knock it close to get up and down for par. Happy with that result. And I finally make one of these short putts, and that's back-to-back pars now. We stay at 3 over, moving on to the 5th. With trouble down the right-hand side, I try and aim the left side of the fairway. I didn't catch all of this one, but we're in the fairway. We have a good look at the pin with only 116 metres to go. And I chunk it. I think my divot went further than the ball. My normal miss is thinning it, so I'm not sure where this chunk come from. Anyway, we'll try again from 73 metres. Much better, we are on the green. Another one of these 10-meter putts. And I managed to get the speed and the line wrong. I hit a hopeless putt and never give it a chance. Another 3-putt. Now onto the third par 3 in 6 holes. At 178 metres, I go with a 6-iron. And again, I get it a little bit too thin and slice it a bit to the right. But I get lucky and it stays out of the bunkers. With the ball sitting up nicely, I take a pitching wedge and I give it just a bit too much power and it goes past the pin. I do leave myself with a pretty straight uphill putt, and I make a good putt to save par. I'm pretty happy with 5 over through 6 holes, considering I've wasted quite a few shots on short putts. The par 5 7th offers a pretty generous and wide fairway to start, and it's lucky that it does because I hit a snap hook, which just stays out of the long rough. With 280 to go, I can't reach the green, so I just take a 7-iron, try and knock it on the fairway. I strike it nicely, and it leaves me 92 metres out. I find this distance a little tricky. My lob wedge is an 80-metre club, and my full sand wedge is 100-metre, so I try and take a little bit off a sand wedge. I end up taking too much off it and leave it short on the green. We leave ourselves with a big putt on a 2-tier green, and we're on the lower tier. I don't have too much experience with tiered greens as I don't have any at my local course, so I'm just having a guess for pace. I managed to get the pace right, hit a good putt, and I just leave myself with a short putt for par. But I push another one and cost myself another shot. The 8th is the longest par 4 on the course and is the hardest hole on the course. Need to get a good tee shot away for any chance to make par on this hole. Which I do hit a nice tee shot and find the fairway. Take your 6-iron with 170 metres to go. The ball is below my feet, so I should expect it to squeak out a little bit to the right. Which it does a little, but I'm just off the green pin high. Really happy with that shot from 170 out. From 8 metres, I hit a terrible putt, which goes probably 2/3 of the way. Then I make a really good putt and save par. We move on to our last hole of the day, a 482 metre par 5. My snap hook pops up again. I've hit it worse than last time, and I find the long grass. Luckily, though, I find my ball. I probably should have taken the drop in the lighter rough, but for the sake of YouTube content, I have a go. And as you can see, I didn't have to worry about the tracer on that one. Now playing my third, I take a pitching wedge and just try and get it over the trees and back in the fairway. I keep it just on the fairway and take a 6-iron with 173 to go. Another hook straight into the trees, and my ball finds a hazard. Not the end of the round I was looking for. I take the drop and I'm now playing my 6. Hit an okay lob wedge and get it on the green. I get the pace of this one right, but not the line. I leave myself a few foot for triple bogey. And I miss another short putt and get a quadruple bogey. I think mostly I struck the ball well today, but just too many missed short putts. Ah well, next time. And for those that made it this far, thanks for watching.